Good morning, I'm Vice Forecaster JD Rapp back with you in the Breaking Weather Center. We just have a tornado warning has just been issued, and this goes through about 8 a.m. We have a tornado warning process again, so we'll stay on the air with you for a little bit. So let's... a second.
So that's why I went Facebook Live, because there is a tornado potentially on.
So let's go to radar and sort this one out. Tornado warning in the tornado warning for north central, southeastern Mobile County and south central Alabama into 8 a.m. At 7:30, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located near Morgan or near Dombton Island, moving northeast down 40 miles an hour. So this is booking at 40 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado. So if you live in Dombton Island around 7:35, you already need to be in your tornado precaution area. If you live in that area, Alabama Point around 7:45, and Lay Bay around Coin around 7:55. So this is a tornado warning. Heavy rainfall might hide this, so you definitely want to get into a basement safe room. And this definitely looks tight, so we could be dealing with a tornado developing with this storm. So you definitely want to seek shelter. Basement, if you have one. Ground floor, make sure you put many walls between you as possible. This is a tornado warning focus. This includes parts of Mobile, Alabama. If you live in that area, you want to be take your tornado precaution area right now is going to the lowest floor, put many walls between you as possible, and protect yourself from flying debris. So I'm checking feeds here, just making sure we don't have nobody. I can't send no links out because it's not letting me do it.
Right now in Mobile County, southern Mobile County, that is, lowest floor of a site-built structure away from windows and doors. We want you to put as many walls as you possibly can between you and the outside world in By Little Battery, in Coden, areas near Heron Bay and DI.
And like I said, we already having some tornado warnings been into this morning. Checking for your feed. Since I'm by myself, I have to look at this. Hopefully we can get Isaac in there this afternoon. So if you're in the tornado warning, you definitely need to be taking your tornado precaution area right now. Is taking cover in a basement if you have one. Ground floor. Just get away from the windows. Could just be a strong straight line wind, but the reason why we popped on is because we have this tornado warning in place right now. And let me see, check in with our debris signature and see what we got in place here. We'll switch that off. We'll take our hail off because we're not going to see a lot of hail today with this. Switch that. And this is just takes time to load. A little orange spot, so that doesn't mean we could see some dirt, dust, sand picked up. But this could, even this is a small tornado trying to form. You definitely want to be in a place with no windows. So this is a tornado warning that goes through 8 a.m. And waiting on the next scan here. Just see what we got. But we'll analyze this. And this just got issued. I mean, this is a tornado warning for parts of Mobile County. If you live in Mobile, if you live in Baylo or parts of Heron Bay or parts of Dombton Island, you need to take your tornado precaution area. Fort Morgan, you need to be taking your tornado precaution area. So this is that very tight circulation signature What that is winds coming in and winds coming out. That is a very strong sign of some pretty decent wind shear with this. So that's why we have a tornado warning that goes in place through 8 o'clock in the morning. Hold on a second. So if you're in Mobile, you need to be taking tornado precaution area. Checking with our correlation once again. Still starting to get that yellow spot. So that could just be some sand or dirt out there. But it doesn't matter if it's a small tornado. We want you to get away from the windows. Echo tops are going to be very low today. To the moderate category. And that is very tight sheared, gate to gate sheared. So that is where we really have to watch. That tornado wind that goes in effect through 8 o'clock this morning, that expire eventually with these adder bands. They spin different ways, and this is what's going to lead to a problem. And that's why the Storm Prediction Center decided to enter that tornado watch pretty early this morning. I'm just checking through here. Lots of flooding with this hurricane. Just checking some feeds online. I'm trying to see if there's any. I was seeing if we have any new updates. Looking through my radar. That still gives me a pretty decent sign of a wind velocity with that. With this tornado warning that goes through around about 8 a.m. We don't have nothing on the ground. So we'll zoom in one more time and take a look. Still a decent couplet right there. So if you're in the warning, now's the time to take your tornado precaution area is go to the lowest floor of a building. Make sure you put many walls between you as possible with this. We definitely don't want you to be outdoors taking any photos of this because, gosh, the winds are going to be very strong today with these storms. And you're not going to see these tornadoes in Alabama or anywhere today. I'm starting to get more report of flooding in these areas, so that just tells you, well, the hurricane's going to hit, there's going to be water that is going to just flow everywhere. So definitely, if you see water, do not go through it today. You're not going to make it. There'll be a list of flash flood warnings being issued, and that means you're not going to try to go through these flooded roadways if you see it. So we'll back out. Tornado wind about 8 a.m. So far, nothing has been spotted, but that's still some red extra green there. So let me put the thing on mute just for a second. Alright, finally let me send a link. This storm is pretty strong. This is a tornado warning about 8 a.m. Radar indicated tornado. So we'll pull up our debris signature. Doesn't look, it's still there. Alright, special marine warning that goes through about 8:15 for, and that's probably for a water spout today. So if that goes off land, we could have another tornado warning in process. But this is a tornado warning here that goes through about 8 a.m. So you definitely want to be taking your tornado precaution areas, is make sure you put many walls between you as possible. So parts of this tornado warning still could get extended, so we want to stay in the air just with you for a little bit longer. No reports of any damage yet from these tornadoes. That runs through 8 a.m. But what I am seeing now, while we're on coverage, I'll probably end up changing some things here while we're on. Is going to my Facebook page and pulling up all the flash flood threat. Folks, flooding is going to be another concern too. If you see water, I mean, do not go through it today. It's not going to be worth driving through flooding. And that's the biggest key that we've been having is people want to drive through a flooded roadway, and that's what's going to be a problem. Water is not going to work with this. So right now, we still got the one tornado warning in place. I'm still looking to see if we have any new pictures are coming in of flooding, because that is always helpful. If people just post that, videos will have to always see if they appropriate to use. So right now, I'm trying to see if the internet is going to let us. Just give me a second, folks. It's just taking me. Alright, the National Weather Service had just issued for the Weather Service in New Orleans has issued a extreme wind warning. This is very rare. Winds up to 115 to 150 that run from 10:45. Just take action, move away from windows. I mean, and to a safe area. If you in the path of that. I'm just trying to find any photos, and I'm sorry about my internet. It's very slow this morning, because really it's never this slow. We'll try it a little bit later. Back to radar again. We want to take a look at this tornado warning, and that runs through about 8 a.m. It's booking at 40 miles an hour. Still tight rotation. So what we're going to have to do, I'm going to stay on here to about 8 a.m. with you. But like I said, if we do get a new tornado warning, we'll be staying with it again. But right now, we don't have that. Have to stay with you right now. Because right now, what will happen is I'll automatically send things back pretty quickly, but this is a tornado warning. We want to try to keep people informed today. So parts of Mobile, Alabama could be for the clear. The northern part of that, that's where the danger, and that's where we could be get another tornado extended from that. We'll just have to see what the Weather Service wants to do on that. Let's see, we got some reports measure gusts from 105 to 121. So that would cause some significant damage. So I want to use. I'm looking at the hurricane, and you can see all that spinning here. I wish I had a marker where I could draw this. You can see how fast this whole hurricane is just spinning like that. That is just some very strong winds with this. So we got the tornado wind about 8 a.m. today. I mean, we'll see if they'll get that. We'll see if they want to extend another one or cancel this one. I haven't heard what they'll do yet. So we'll check in velocity. But we're getting very strong rotation with this tornado warning. That's where we get the tightness. So definitely just be aware of that storm. So that runs through about 8 a.m. this morning. So we'll have to see what they do. Let's listen to different chats here. So let me mute my mic. Alright, we have a new tornado warning has just been issued, so we want to be on the air with it about 8:45 now. Tornado warning in effect at 8:45 for South Central Mobile County and South Central Alabama at about 8:45. At 7:56, a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located over Bay Bear, moving northeast down 40 miles an hour. Hazardous tornado. So if you live in Guard Bay around 8:05, so you don't have much time with this. This is a storm, a quick storm. So you want to take cover, move to the lowest floor of a home, put a bike helmet, a football helmet, just kind of cut some helmet on to protect yourself from flying debris. We do have a tornado warning that runs through about 8:45, and this. Let me switch that back here. I didn't mean to click that. My fault. Back out here, we have a tornado wind about 8:45 here, and switch around, and you can see that it still shows you some very strong sign of rotation. Let's click in with our debris ball. I mean, this could be all lifted, and there's no debris with this. This is probably a radar indicator. Some rotation has been detected. And like I said, if you live in this tornado warning, you got to be in your tornado safe spot now. Make sure you're in the lowest floor of the building. Put many walls between you as possible. This is a tornado wind about 8:45, so we'll be with you for a little longer. Checking the chat room here. Make sure we don't have anything going on.
Of this thing. So don't even go try to go out and look for this. Again, northwest of Bio Battery, pretty much splitting the difference. I'm going to zoom in here.
And you can see we have that one tornado warning that goes through Guard Bay. That goes through around 8:45. So this has just got a little ways to go, and that expire. We hope, but there's gonna be more warnings be issued today. So you got to be ready for these storms today. Still looks like some pretty decent rotation here, and that goes through about 8:45 this morning. South Central Mobile County, and just looking at debris, we don't have any. Cause these could be in the by the beach or something like that. But if you live in this warning, now the time to shake your tornado precaution area right now is take cover immediately. So that goes through about 8:45. So we don't have no reports of any damage coming in, and I'm going to take a short breather. But what's going to happen is we'll continue to break in today on stuff. But like I said, this is an area what we really have to watch. These spin up tornadoes, and we'll be here.